Hello parents, this is Mrs. Kocheba and Miss Johnson will be joining us in a few moments. We wanted to make a tutorial video to show you how to use a tool that we're going to be working with next week with your child. So first of all, thanks for bearing with us on this first week of being virtual. We know that it's been a challenge and there have been some hiccups, but we appreciate your support. Okay, so the thing that I want to introduce to you is Zoom. Okay, and Zoom is a free program that we are going to use, Miss Johnson and I, next week to actually host a virtual classroom lesson. And how we're going to do this is I will host a 30-minute lesson for 4th grade and I will host a 30-minute lesson for 5th grade once per day. And Miss Johnson will do the same. And Miss Johnson and I agreed that we will alternate subjects. So on Monday, I will do language arts, Tuesday math, and continue to alternate so that one subject we won't spend too much time on one subject or the other, and Miss Johnson will do the same. We'll give you more details about the specifics later. This video is to introduce how to use Zoom, how to log in and get your student into our online classroom, and we will give you the times for the classrooms the classes that we will hold, and those times will remain consistent throughout the week. Okay. First of all, I'm screen recording so you can see how to do this. I'm just on Google and you're going to type in Zoom and you'll, hopefully something like this will pop up and you can hit this or you can hit sign in if you've already made your account. But if this is your first time, it's going to come to a page like this and you will have a spot up here that will say sign up, it's free, or the main page might say sign up, it's free. But since I've already done this, mine looks a little different. But it'll just kind of look like this, and yours should have sign up, it's free. Anyways, once you've entered an email and a password, you will now have an account, and you'll hit my account, and you'll probably come to a page similar to this, and it will show you your profile, okay? What I need you to do once you've signed up, and you can create an account for your child or you can create an account for yourself and have your child use your account if you feel more comfortable with that situation, okay? And once you do have an account, you're gonna go up here and you're gonna hit join a meeting, okay? And it'll bring you to a page that looks like this. Now, in this area, you're going to put in a meeting ID. We will provide that. So Miss Johnson will have her own number for her virtual classroom, and I'm getting ready to enter that number in just a moment. I will have my own number for my virtual classroom. These numbers will not change throughout the week, so the number is going to remain consistent at, whatever time, let's say 11 o'clock, for your student to enter the math lesson with me. They're going to put in my classroom number and they'll hit join. Okay, so let's pretend that I am a 5th grader and it is 12:30 on Monday and it's time for my science lesson. So I'm going to go on here. I've already made an account and I'm going to enter Miss Johnson's ID number. And her number is 449-9784774. And again, we will send out this number to you and my number. And then I hit join. And then you hit open Zoom. And it should launch. And if this is your first time, it might check your audio, it might check your video. And like it's doing to me now, join with video. And then it should connect us with Miss Johnson. Okay, and so it says join with computer audio. And then, hi Miss Johnson.
Hey.
And then for some reason it didn't make me hit video, but I think on mine,
I think I changed the settings.
Okay.
I was going through my phone trying to figure out some stuff. So
okay, so if for some reason it doesn't, parents, what you'll do is it'll say start video, and your student will just need to start the video. It's as simple as that. So it's nothing too tricky. But hi, Miss Johnson. So that worked out really smoothly.
Great.
So like I said, we've kind of I walked them through how to get Zoom, how to sign up, it's free, and then how to join a meeting, and that, we discussed our numbers would not be changing. I showed them entering your number, and then, we'll give out my number as well. So, and then I briefly discussed how we're planning on conducting a 30-minute class per day, one for fourth, one for fifth, and then we'll alternate subject. Was there anything that you wanted to add on to that, or that I missed?
Nope, I think you hit all of that.
Okay. And then I think we wanted to just kind of jump on and show you guys that this is what it will look like. We've been told up to 40 people can join this, Miss Johnson?
Yeah, I've been told 40, but it looks like the capacity is 100. I mean, we don't have that many, so
yeah,
I think we're good.
Okay, and then so we'll be able to see each other. The host will have obviously the power to kind of share things, share screens. I think Miss Johnson's going to show you that, or I can show you that, how we can share screens, because your student will actually have the capability to use a whiteboard on here, and we'll walk you through that. So like if we're doing a math lesson and I say, okay, everybody try this problem, because I can screen share and show you a problem. I'll just do it now if that's okay.
Yeah.
So it gives you the opportunity, these are things that are just up on my computer, but the whiteboard is what you would want your student to click on, and you click on it and then you hit share. And then Miss Johnson, can you see my screen?
It's starting.
Okay.
Yep. There we go.
There's a little lag. It's going to take some patience. And so let's say that I'm the teacher and I want to, work with Miss Johnson. I say, okay, Miss Johnson, what is 2 plus 2? And you can see that, yeah?
Yeah, 2 plus 2, yep.
Okay, so Miss Johnson, I'm going to stop sharing with you now that you've seen the problem. And, maybe Miss Johnson has a notepad or something on her lap, and she's solving the problem. And then she can share her answer. So if you want to try and go ahead and show the parents how you can share your answer.
Yeah. I'm going to just put the answer on there. There we go. All right, did it come through for you?
It's saying that you have started to share your screen, but it's black right now.
Did it come through
and
now?
You know what? My internet is actually, I just looked at it. My Wi-Fi for some reason is... Okay, now I can see it.
Okay.
So that lag actually might just be my Wi-Fi, because I only have one bar for some reason right now. I don't know.
Right.
Okay, so yeah, so now I can see her answer, and then we can, talk about that and that sort of thing. And so just a quick reminder how your student will do this. It'll hit share screen, and it'll pop up. And you click whiteboard, and then they'll hit share. And so we'll kind of be using that.
Right, and it only shares with us. It's not going to share with the entire class.
That's a good point to make. And also, to piggyback on that, students are not allowed to do break off chatting or break off rooms. They don't have that capability. So if you're worried about safety issues, it's a pretty controlled situation, I feel like. Don't you, Miss Johnson?
I do. It's my husband.
So I feel like it's pretty safe as far as them not having the opportunity to kind of go off on their own. They have to stay. They have to stay in our room and do it. And then I know we're going to go into more detail about this, and I told them that I would, about like subjects and timing and all of that. But we're going to be providing them with some PDFs that they're going to have so they can follow along the lessons, right?
Right. Like we've gotten Ms. Kochba has gotten a lot of positive response as far as sending out the PDFs at the beginning of the week. So I'm going to do that also. And it's going to be basically questions or fill in the blank or whatever that goes along with our lessons that we're doing live.
Okay. And yeah, so we're going to kind of walk through that. So hopefully that will kind of cut down on some of that time that parents, we've been hearing you guys having to spend at the end of the day. We know a lot of you are still working. And so hopefully that'll cut down on some of the time that you're having to teach your child, because we'll have an actual face-to-face, somewhat video-to-video classroom going on. And I wanted to mention that, we know everyone's schedule is kind of up in the air at this point, but what we've planned on doing is I will host a 30-minute lesson every day at 11 o'clock for 4th grade and then 11:30 for 5th grade. And then Miss Johnson will host her 4th grade meeting at 12 o'clock. So it'll give them 30 minutes to rest in between.
Yeah, so there's rest, or if they have anything else that they need to make up from the class, whatever, y'all spend that 30 minutes doing what you need to do.
Right. And then she'll host the 5th grade lesson for her at 12:30. And we're going to try and stick to those. Is that what we agreed? Okay. Yeah. So try and stick to that schedule. Again, we'll be emailing all of this to you. You don't have to sit and write it down right now, but we just wanted to throw that out there. But what I'm getting at is that if you cannot, for some reason, get on at that time, at your, specific time, Miss Johnson and I are going to try. We're going to attempt to video record our lessons, right, in real time. Now, again, this is new to us. I mean, Miss Johnson's the tech genius. I am definitely not. So, please bear with us. Be patient. We're going to try our best. If we don't get the first one recorded or if it's glitchy, please just be patient with us. We're going to work through these problems, and we'll just try and do it together. Is there anything you wanted to add or anything we need to discuss with the parents before we jump off here?
So our meetings for 4th and 5th grade parents, you already went over that?
I did not.
Okay, so on Sunday, 4th grade parents, if you want to hop on at 3 using my number, which will be linked, or not linked, but we'll put it with the video, both of ours. We'll meet you at 3 o'clock right here on Zoom, and then 5th grade will meet you at 4. So any of you that are able to or kind of want to go through and learn with us as we're doing this, so that if there's any problems with your kid logging on, you're able to do that. That'll be helpful. So we hope to see you then.
Yeah, and then just so you know, which I think we were going to try and do it on this one, but it didn't really, well, it did work because we had to wait a minute. But if your student is logging on and let's say Miss Johnson hasn't actually started the class yet, it'll just put them in a waiting room. So don't be alarmed if it's a little glitchy or it's a little slow or it's going to take a minute to get into the actual classroom. That is fine. So don't have your student log off or anything. Now, obviously, if we're 10, 15 minutes in and you're still not in the classroom, email us or try, maybe log out and log back in. But it will send you to a waiting room. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, and I'm pretty positive that I read correctly that in the waiting room, they're not talking to each other. Like they have their own screen by themselves.
That's what I'm understanding as well. They're not having like their own little social situation. It's them just waiting. Okay. So we will invite you guys, like I said, Miss Johnson and I will send this out with more information, but so on Sunday, 3 o'clock for 4th grade parents and then 4 o'clock for 5th grade parents, and we're going to use your code, right, Miss Johnson?
That's right.
Okay. And just to reiterate, our codes will not change. So that will be every day. If I want to go on to Miss Johnson's science lesson and I'm a 4th grader, I will log in, at 12 o'clock every day, and I will put in Miss Johnson's code to join her meeting, and then I will have a virtual lesson. Right. And so that code will stay the same. So we're hoping that this is going to be more manageable and easier. I know there's going to be a little learning curve at the start, but I feel like, once we get into the flow of it, I think it's going to work for us. So
I've heard really positive things from our counterparts in the public school system that are using it. So
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, and this is Miss Johnson's brainchild here, so I'm pretty excited. Okay, so unless there's something else you want to add, I think we're good, and I'll kind of show them how to leave the meeting.
Okay, that sounds awesome. So we'll see you guys on Sunday.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye. And so parents, it's just this easy. You just hit leave the meeting, or Miss Johnson will end the meeting. See, Miss Johnson ended it. And then, of course,